Hi, it's Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're on to our next viewer request, the Bishop Paul S. Morton song, His Yoke Is Easy. One of our requesters wanted to be able to learn the song because a member of his family does sing it. So the song is in the key of E flat. I stress scales because scales will teach you not only how to move your hands across the keyboard, but help you in recognizing the chords that are being used. Now, I've got the song playing in my headset. I cannot air it live here on YouTube because it will be a copyright notification I will receive. So I will play through the song. It is of the traditional gospel era, which means you're going to have some elements of the number system chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. I call it octave 8 from where you start. And these chords are going to have passing tones, where you're going to have these passing tones 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So these chords have been covered in several series on my YouTube channel, how these chords are formed and how they are placed in a traditional gospel sound. So I'm going to air the audio in my headphone at just the very beginning, just to give the requester a heads up. When we get through all of the song, we give you enough so that you can go back, listen to it, and apply the concept that we teach. So let's listen to what's happening in the very beginning, just to give an intro feel for our requester. I'm listening to it. Well, let's see. Let me see. Diminish or what? That's the beginning. Or it could be which one is appropriate, whatever one feels more comfortable for you. So the first opening chords you're going to hear is the octave E flat. Then you're going to go with the 3 with a 7th. And we'll give you this chord because this is what's used in gospel music. All right, let me listen some more. Okay, you hit to the 6 major. So you got put that tritone there also. Again, tritones, I did cover a whole series on how tritones are formed and how you can apply them in the gospel sound. Let's listen some more. Okay, so now we have the jazz. There it is. Again, this is a full jazz chord. And when you get comfortable hearing the notes that are in the scale, the major scale, finding these off chords are easy because they're half a step up, half a step down from the scales. Let's listen some more. Okay, we won't do that one. We hear. You see? There it is. Again, I never know the skill level of the requester. So we try to give you a taste of what's happening from the album, requiring you to go back and listen to how we're showing it to you and how we're able to depict what these are from just practicing. So we came from and that's where we're coming right now. So we've come down. And so now we're at the opening verse. Okay, so I'm not gonna sing, but since I met G, G, Jesus, the 1, 3, 6 minor, the 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, 1. Still in the 1, but using a 4 chord. Since I met G, thus now that walk up is covered in several videos I have on the channel. It's just scales. Write down the scales. All right, let me listen some more. Again, these chords you can apply to the same video that I am watching on YouTube. I will put the link in the description and you just practice the chords with it. Going to continue. All right, so the lead part is going on. Let me back it up a little bit, pick it up from there. To the 5. To the 4. The 2. To the 5, jazz chord, the 1, 3, walk up to the 6, 4, 5, 1. As I walk along to the 6, just narrow away. walk up to the 4 since I met Jesus. Diminish up, 5, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. All right. Again, you can't hear what I'm doing, but I am walking through the song as I'm listening to it. These chords are traditional in nature. There's a whole series on this channel, Sound of Joy Music Channel. If you do a search in the search engine for gospel passing chords, I did a whole series on this particular traditional sound, which means it is constantly moving. Because of this era of music, they were, I will say, producers who came from the mixture of classical and the jazz movement. So you hear the second, getting a message on my watch. Okay. Walker. This is traditional gospel. So we're coming up to the His Yoke Is Easy now. That's where we are. His yoke, 5. His yoke, burdens are light. Burdens. 6 to the 5. 6, to the 2, 5, 1, cherish, to the 4, that's 7. Diminished chord, the 5, 2, 6, 5. Walk it up to the 1. Walk it up to the 4. 1, 1. To the 2, to the 5. To the 6, to the 2, 5, trying to get all the chords. All right, so again, I'm playing along with the song, so I'm trying to think about your chords to get you through this song and listening to it at the same time. So I cross up on a couple of chords. When you get to the His Yoke Is Easy, you're going to turn on the 5. And this is the cycle of fourths from the, I said 5, it's the 2 to the 5. His yoke is easy. Now, when you get to gospel music, you're going to hear walking bass and passing tones. This is walking bass, and these are passing tones. Passing tone, walking bass. Why? Because you're getting from here to 5. His yoke is easy. Back to that 2, 5. His yoke is. Now you're going to come out of this chord. There's your jazz chord, which is right in the scales. To the 1, burdens are light. Now we're going to go from another walking bass to the 3 with a major 7. Another cycle of 4th. 1 to the C minor, which is the 6th chord. Again, number system chords fit because this is the era in which these chords were being introduced into a changeover of the gospel music. So it made sense to stay within there. Because walking with me. Another circle of 4th. Another circle of 4th, walking up. Burdens are light. This is a gospel turn, passing tones to take you to the where. The 1. So you've got here, 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 here. So that's the cycle, which I just did a video on the circle of 4ths and their use in gospel music. So burdens are light. Walk up again. Now you've got that 7th in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major, flat 7th. Because now you're in the 4, which is A flat. Half a step up to the diminished chord, right? From the A flat to the A. Now you can go another walk up to the 5. Let's get cross up here. 6, 2, right? The 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 1. So this is the, again, I always try to give you 70% of the song because the intent is for you to go back and practice these chords. This is all we're going to give you for this lesson. These techniques are the gospel style, traditional gospel style that you don't hear anymore being shared between musicians, because a lot of musicians just would skate their way. They just do the number system chords. Me, I learned what was happening in the song. So if they're doing a run, I wanted to figure out how are they executing that run with their fingering. And you can only do this by practicing the jazz minor scale or the pentatonic, the jazz scale. The different ways of looking at it. I think I do have a series called Chords, Patterns, and Runs. This way you can get an idea of how those are used in these type of songs. So again, I cannot air the song here on this in this platform because YouTube's AI is very sensitive to hearing music that it has an ID attached to it. So that'll get you through the song for the requester. If you have any problems or any questions, please leave a comment. Sam Tobit, Sound of Joy Music Services. I'm in Studio B. So let's see if I still have this working. Don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, and to leave a comment. But in case you do forget, do this.